Hello students, I've got a question to solve from algebra here, and the given question looks like this: x square is equals to y plus z, y square is equals to z plus x, z square is equals to x plus y, and we are asked to prove 1 plus x to the power minus 1, or you can say inverse of 1 plus x, inverse of 1 plus y, plus inverse of 1 plus z will be equals to 1. And to save the time, I have already written the given once again here on the board in the solution section. You can see the given is written as x square equals to y plus z, and we are asked to find the value of 1 plus x to the power minus 1 or inverse. So you can think, if you write 1 plus x to the power minus 1, and you can change it into 1 upon 1 plus x. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and you'll understand why I have done this, change this topic to here in this form. Let us see, 1 plus x plus 1 upon 1 plus y plus 1 upon 1 plus z. Now here what we see, the power of x is 1, power of y is 1, power of z is 1. So there are two options. Either you can separate x square in the form of x into x and put 1x to the denominator and y plus z as it is in the numerator. Otherwise, most of the students get confused solving this question. It looks little bit tough by the power minus 1, and the students are afraid solving this type of question and they give up. So easier method I have come to know here, x square is equal to y plus z, and most of the students tried this method, root over y plus z, and their value becomes more complex if they put the value of x is equals to root y plus z. But if you put value of x in the form of y plus z upon x, it will be more easier to solve. You can see here 1 upon 1 plus, in place of x you write y plus z upon x, 1 upon 1 plus value of y. Similarly, there will be y square means y into y, one of the y will go in the denominator, and you can write z plus x upon y plus 1 upon 1 plus z, value of z you can put x plus y upon z. Now it looks little bit easier and simple. The question looks like complex question, but you can find the easier or simple question now. The solution is more easier. There is upon 1, upon 1, upon 1. It means there is nothing, it means there should be 1 in the denominator. Now if you take the LCM between 1 and x, you get x. The numerator 1 is as it is, but you can take the LCM between 1 and x, so here comes 1 into x plus y plus z. Because the LCM which we have taken between 1 and x is x, and the denominator of this fraction is x as it is, so it comes the same value as numerator is here, or the numerator will come as the answer. 1 upon, and the LCM between 1 and y is y plus z plus x plus 1 upon z plus x plus y. After that, you can come here, C 1 or. Now I want to explain one more thing. In the fraction, if a upon b whole upon c upon d is the fraction, then you can write it like a upon b into d upon c. It means the lower denominator will get up and will be multiplied with the upper numerator, and the upper denominator will multiply with the lower numerator. Upper numerator, upper denominator, lower numerator, lower denominator. So in the same way, here is the question, 1 upon x plus y plus z upon x. It means the term like a upon b or c upon d, this as a upon b as a whole is written as 1 and c is the lower numerator and d is the lower denominator. So how you can change 1 upon 1, a upon b, 1 can be written as 1 upon 1 and x will go up and x plus y upon z will go down. So in short you can write x upon x plus y plus z. So I am going to write directly x upon x plus y plus z. Similarly, the next term y upon, you can arrange the alphabets in the form of x plus y plus z, because if we get this type of alphabets letters, then you can write in a alphabetical order. After that, the last term is z upon x plus y plus z. Now here is the interesting point. We have got the same LCM, we have got the same denominator, and the LCM will be same like x plus y plus z. So from this term will get x, second term will get y, third term will get z. Now dividing numerator and denominator, we get 1. So our LHS has proved the RHS is equals to RHS, therefore hence rule. So the tough question, the question which looks tough is very easy to be solved. So this much for this question. Keep giving, keep putting questions. If you have difficulties, if you have confusion, I will try my best to source the easier way method, easiest way, so that none of the students will get trouble solving any of the mathematical questions, because grade 10 questions are not that tough or difficult to be solved by students. All the students can solve them, just they need little bit of creativity solving this type of questions. Okay, this much for today. Bye.